Of the following structures derived from the neural crest cells is the first question here. So odontoblast, sympathetic chain, melanoblast cells, nephrogenic cord, bulbous cordis and spiral septum. So among this we have to eliminate those cells which are not derived from the neural crest cells. So neural crest cells are considered as the fourth germ layer. Developmentally they are from neuroectoderm. They are from the neuroectoderm. When the neuroectoderm thickens to form neural plate and later it turns to form a neural groove and neural tube. So when it is forming the neural tube, the tips of the groove or the tube will get separated from the tube and they form a separate cluster of cells which lie dorsal to the neural tube just below the ectoderm, developing surface ectoderm. So these cluster of cells are called neural crest cells, which derives to form several structures in our body. That is the reason it is considered to be the fourth germ layer. So the cells here are odontoblast. So odontoblasts are derived from the neural crest cells. They are derived from the neural crest cells. All the ganglion in our body are derived from neural crest cells. Pigment cells, melanoblast, melanocytes, they are from neural crest cells. So here the one which is not in the list is the nephrogenic cord, because nephrogenic cord forms the nephrons which forms a part of kidney. So urogenital system is from intermediate mesoderm. Developmentally it is from intermediate mesoderm, whereas neural crest cells are from neuroectoderm. It is from neuroectoderm. Nephrogenic cord is from intermediate mesoderm. So this is not the answer. Bulbous cordis is also not the answer. Bulbous cordis, it forms the septum of interventricular septum, which is not derived from the neural crest cells. Spiral septum, bulbous cordis is actually the part of heart tube which is not derived from the, they are from the endothelium. That is the reason endothelium. So they are not derived from the neural crest cells. Spiral septum is the aorticopulmonary septum, which is otherwise called conotruncal septum, which is also derived from the neural crest cells. So answer here is 1, 2, 3 and 6. So C is the answer. So here is the image for us to understand the derivatives of neural crest cells. So I said earlier the neural crest cells are from the neuroectoderm. They are from the neuroectoderm. So this is the neural tube and we can see the neuroectoderm, the neural crest cells, which are the cluster of cells present on the dorsal side of the neuroectoderm, and neural crest cells which derives to form all the ganglion. So spinal ganglion, which are dorsal root or sensory ganglion, then sympathetic and parasympathetic ganglion, Schwann cells which form the myelin sheath of peripheral nervous system, they are also derived from neural crest cells, and chromaffin cells or the medulla of suprarenal gland, they are derived from the neural crest cells. And all the ganglion plexus which are formed from the parasympathetic nervous system, like renal ganglion, intestinal plexus, celiac ganglion, and pigment cells like melanocytes are also derived. And apart from these, even the connective tissue of head and neck region, dermis of the head and neck region, and facial skeleton, which are all derived from the pharyngeal arches, they are also developmentally from the neural crest cells. And the septa, which is called aorticopulmonary septum, which is a septum between the aorta and pulmonary trunk, that is spiral septum, is derived from the neural crest cells. Some textbook also give that tracheoesophageal septum, the septum between the trachea and the esophagus, are also derived from the neural crest cells. And even the urorectal septum between the rectum and the urinary bladder, the septum is also derived from the neural crest cells. And leptomeninges, which are nothing but the pia mater and arachnoid matter, are derived from the neural crest cells. and odontoblast of teeth are derived from the